We're going to take a deep dive into the world of streaming. We've got a variety of new content for you to watch this weekend, including a new horror series straight from the mind of author Stephen King, a Netflix original movie about an alien invasion, and the much anticipated return of an Emmy Award-winning show.
So here to help us walk through all that is streaming expert and TV Guide features editor Krutika Mallikarjuna. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Number one, I think is something that I'm going to be interested in because I am a big Stephen King fan. And I like horror. I don't like to watch at night. I like to watch it in the daytime when I can control. I don't, because I'm a scaredy cat. Okay. So actually, let's play a little bit of this. This is on Hulu, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Who are you? What's your name?
We got no records of you. How'd you get inside this prison? Who put you down that hole?
What brings you home?
I got a call from Shawshank. I found a kid in a cage.
Call from who?
Don't know yet.
How's that big gun?
There's a place where lovers go to cry their troubles away, and they call it
People say
Lonesome Town.
every inch of this town
Where the broken heart stays
is stained with someone's sin.
All right, so this is called Castle Rock, as everybody saw. J.J. Abrams also directed it. Now, here's the thing. I love Stephen King, but I can admit his books don't always translate well onto the screen.
Yeah.
So what's your take on this?
I mean, it's, I totally agree with you. It's, you have Carrie on one end, and then, on the other end, the stuff we don't talk about.
Right.
Cujo,
yeah,
Christine.
exactly.
There's the list. The list is long and illustrious, yes.
But I think that for Stephen King fans in particular, what sort of gives us hope for the series to play out really well is that it's not a specific adaptation of one specific Stephen King story. It's sort of like an expanded Stephen King universe. So you see all these little nods to all his other properties. So if you're a big Stephen King fan, a lot of Easter eggs for you, but it also gives the characters a lot
Castle
of room.
Rock, I guess, right?
Yeah. To grow and expand in ways that we haven't seen the characters in the original properties do.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I'm not a big horror fan. I'm not a huge lover of it, but I love Stephen King books. Like you, the movies have always been with me. Misery is, incredible.
Sissy Spacek is in this one though, so if you're
is she really?
Yeah, if you're a huge Carrie fan, and Bill Skarsgård was in It.
Is John Travolta in it?
Not that I know of.
Because he
Not
was
in the screeners. I haven't seen it so far. But.
Carrie, I love that movie. All right, now on to a new Netflix original movie out today. Let's play a preview of that.
Every day, we go about our routines. Work, home, family. Work, home, family.
Another nightmare.
Work, home, family. Work.
Sleeping okay?
I don't understand why you won't get some help.
Because they're gonna say it's in my head.
It is just in your head. Please wake up.
I think these dreams are the future. What if something bad is coming? You see that?
Wow, so this is called Extinction, and while we're watching it, I glance, I'm like, oh my God, it's Michael Pena, who we love, right?
I love Michael Pena. He's one of the most slept-on actors. He's so talented, though.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you have only seen him in Marvel's Ant-Man, he was the breakout of that movie.
You're right.
And every time I get a chance to talk about Michael Pena, I take it.
Yeah.
But he's really great in this movie opposite Lizzie Kaplan. They both have a very restrained performance, which is kind of amazing to see because Michael Pena is so affable and likable. likable that you're instinctively like, I'm rooting for this guy. But this is a very different version of him than I've ever seen before.
It feels like an updated version. It feels like an updated Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
It is very,
but it's more scary.
Scarier.
But scarier,
it's
right?
Scarier. It's scary. I mean, it's written by the same writer as who did the screenplay for Arrival.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah, Arrival's very good. I wouldn't say that you should go into this expecting it to be Arrival level.
Okay.
Did we ever see the aliens?
Yes, we do.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. But, both like, ooh, okay,
yeah.
all right.
It's a little more formulaic than Arrival. It's going to be like typical sci-fi fare, but it's a very easy, good Sunday watch.
Okay.
All right.
Next up, Orange is the New Black is back.
6th season.
Let's play a little of it.
Good morning, Litchfield Max, and greetings to our new cookies.
Wait, this isn't home. This is not home.
It is now.
I've been a bad, bad girl.
It's very different here.
I've been careless with a delicate man.
These girls are psychos. My bunkie, she does 4 poops a day.
What? First, my friends become not my friends. And then, given a color that other colors want to fight.
Blues and khakis have beef with each other. Pinks are safe out there.
Navigating adult female friendships is so complicated.
Yes, it is. So what can you tell us about season 6?
So for those of you who did not like the prison riot season, which was, essentially a 13-hour bottle episode, you will be happy to hear that season 6 is very much a return to an earlier format of the shows. What's different, the main difference in this new season is there's a lot of new characters because our crew, it moves from minimum security to maximum security. So now they are small fish in a very big, violent pond.
You know what's fascinating? I actually did enjoy the riot season because I thought the performances were so strong, as they always are. But the thing about shows like this is that they always feel the need to change the environment, and it's like they have to one-up every season. And I don't know, like some of the great television shows, like I'm thinking specifically MASH, which for its entire run was set in based in South Korea of a mobile medical army unit, and it never changed the setting. Some characters came and went, but generally it was around this one setting that everybody was comfortable with. And I just don't know.
Great characters, great writing. You don't really need to.
You don't need to change the environment or put them in a different situation. They're already in jail. I mean,
it's already high stakes.
Exactly.
But does this work?
I think it will work for you if you are a fan of the early seasons. You're missing half of the cast from last year that were beloved, and you basically have all the characters that were key players in the riot and like the deaths of the guards in this season. So we can see those through lines play out. There's a lot of picking up on what the consequences of this actually are. But I miss half the old cast.
Right.
And like
so wait, who's missing? I mean, without giving, I don't know if it's a spoiler, but who is missing? That we saw some people being taken away last season. Who's not come back thus far? The copies you've seen.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Don't say.
Okay, so because it is part of the season, right? To know who's okay. I didn't realize that. Okay.
So I don't want to spoil it for you, but
I mean, I didn't see Pesotaki. I didn't see Flocka.
See, he's trying to. Why are you trying to ruin it?
Well, we just from the clip that they've released out there.
You're trying to get me in trouble with my Netflix guys. This is a trap, please.
All right. We'll leave it. We won't spoil it.
I will say the people who show up, you're going to be very, very happy to see them there. There were some really emotional through lines in this season that had me crying in the last episode.
Does he ever come back?
All right. Zip it.
I'm a reporter. It's my job to get information from people.
Same. It's weird to be on the opposite side of this conversation. I'm like, oh, I have the information this time.
By the way, we should also point out that when Krutika comes on and talks about some of the things to stream, I actually do listen to her, and almost every time we talked about Killing Eve a couple of weeks ago.
Please tell me you.
I did.
And every day he's like, you got to get on this. You got to get on this.
I'm telling her, you got to get on this. We talked about the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which our producer Scott also loved, and I watched it in an entire day, like the entire season.
It's so bingeable.
So if you're watching CBSN and you're trying to figure out what to stream, please listen to what Krutika has to say, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just the whole day, Vlad. Is there nothing else going on?
Nothing else worthwhile.
My life is television, books, and music. Now, what else is there?
I'm there with you. I have no shame about this.
I mean, exactly.
Hey, look, I have a 7-year-old that gets bored all the time. You can, you clearly have plenty of time.
When I was a kid, books and, I mean, to me, books and great movies, and especially when the VHS came out, I was like, there was nothing to do. My parents hated. I'll never forget my mother made me cry when she tried to force me to go outside. And I was like, no, I want to watch Purple Rain again.
You know what? I'm not mad about that.
I was a kid, you know. It was like she tried to shame me into being outside with. It wasn't Purple.
Okay,
it was Grease. It was Grease. So it was
I was going to say,
yeah.
before we get into any more traumatic stories from Vlad's childhood,
yes,
Krutika, thank you so much.
There's so
Thank
much.
you guys for having me.